Hello and welcome to another vlog. I trust you've all been keeping well and managing to get out cycling in this sunny weather that we've experienced for the last week or so. Unfortunately, here in the northeast, we're on the cusp of the change from the high pressure that has dominated our weather and given us the sunny high temperatures to low pressure, which is due to arrive today and bring in windier and more changeable, cooler conditions. It's obvious that the farmers are taking heed of this message, as the barley in the field opposite has been harvested, the straw has been baled, ready to be picked up and stored prior to any rain arriving later today. I thought we might do something different today, so I'm going to take you off-road for a little bit of the ride. We'll go up the Castle Eden walkway to Hurworth Burn reservoir and then return by road from there. It's our usual way out along Wynyard Road, but before we reach Thorpe Hughes, we'll turn right and climb up to the car park at the Castle Eden walkway. There's a one-way system in the car park, so the entry is the top entrance. And now we pass next to the railway carriage. And turn right onto the Castle Eden walkway itself. A little bit of gravel here, not too bad. Just take your time, don't make any sharp movements, and you'll be okay. This is the old Thorpe Hughes railway station with its tea room. The railway line ran out of Stockton and crossed a viaduct at Thorpe Hughes. That was demolished in the late 70s, but this walkway can now be used to ride all the way up to Sunderland. We'll only be going up to Hurworth Reservoir, which is approximately 6 miles or 10 kilometres further up to the north. The first 2 kilometres of the walk is fairly well used by dog walkers, but after that it tends to get much quieter and to be used by serious walkers and cyclists. Being an old railway line, the gradients are quite gentle, except in 2 or 3 places where bridges have had to be removed and there's embankments to be climbed just where the bridges were. This gate ahead here marks the 2 kilometre mark up the walk and is usually the terminating place for most of the dog walkers. Where the path is less used, it tends to narrow. Off to the left is a car park called Tylery Wood Car Park, where you can access the walkway from the A689. We'll soon be coming to a bridge that takes the path over the A689. The A689 runs east to Hartlepool and runs west to Bishop Auckland. Leaving the bridge, we come down to a road, and here it's necessary to stay on the road just for a short distance. Again, we're on gravel, so just take care. And you'll find the entrance to the continuation of the Castle Eden walkway here on your left. Here the path is a bit narrower, but still easy to follow as you continue to travel in a northerly direction. We're now coming to one of the places where the bridges have been removed. So down a sharp narrow bit on the embankment, take it easy, drop the gears and up we go. Not very long, but it can take you by surprise if you don't know it's coming. And that's quickly followed by a second one. Oh, they put tarmac here, so that makes it a lot easier on this bit. We're on the eastern side of the Butterwick wind farm, the one that we've seen on a few vlogs when we've come out from Sedgefield to Butterwick. You can see today that there's no wind at all. And now we're going through the last of the dips caused by a bridge removal. Again, they've tarmacked it to make it safer for cyclists, and it's a little bit longer coming out, but if you're ready for it, it's no problem. Just take your time cycling up the Castleden walkway. Have a look around. Plenty of wildflowers around on either side. We're now crossing the bridge that spans the road running out to Trimden village that we've used and will use again today in one of our vlogs of going to the burger van. I'll put a link up in the corner. This is the remnants of the Hurworth Burn railway station. Probably just a halt in the day, but all that's left is the edge of the platform. We'll carry on for another few hundred metres until we get a good view of the Hurworth Burn reservoir. There's some great views across the reservoir. You might be able to hear the geese calling in the background. Maybe you can see the heron that's just flown across in front of us. The reservoir spans both sides of the old railway track, and there's a swan with some cygnets and quite a lot of geese. Ideal for novice bird watchers, I would have thought. We'll backtrack now and leave the Castleden walkway through the car park at Hurworth Burn station. For the ride up the Castleden walkway today, I've come out on the Dodge Super Galaxy, configured as it usually is. I've used it because it makes it an easier ride up the walkway, especially on the gravel areas. However, after a considerable dry period as we've had, it would be quite possible to cycle the walkway on a road bike. This is where we leave the walkway, join the road and turn right for Trimden village, going under the bridge that we crossed on the Castleden walkway. The roads are fairly quiet this morning, but you can certainly feel the temperature difference. Down about 16 degrees today, where even yesterday it was in the region of 23, 24. Entering Trimden village. And now it's the climb up to the crossroads. Last time we were here, we went straight across at the crossroads on our way to the burger van. Today we'll turn left and go down the hill. Through Fishburn, and now for our usual ride through town. We leave Sedgefield as we pass the cricket club and then turn left for our ride down past the racecourse. We'll turn left on the road down to Darlington and left again on the road to Bog Hall. This is the entrance to Bog Hall. There used to be a sign at the top of this post indicating that they offered hydrotherapy and physiotherapy for horses. That was taken down during the pandemic, and I can imagine why, because they probably weren't able to operate. However, it's not returned since we were released from lockdowns, and I just wonder if maybe they've gone out of business. What I have seen is a new sign that's been put up at the entrance, so maybe one business has closed and another has started. We'll continue on our way now as we make our way to Bishopton. There's a lot of cereal crops like the one behind me that are almost ready for harvesting. I just hope we don't get too much rain in the next few days, otherwise these will be sodden and might even be wasted if the grain starts to sprout and grow away. At the crossroads here of Bishopton, we'll continue straight on. As we approach Bishopton Crossroads, we've got to check back to the right, make sure there's no traffic coming, and then we're into the village. I'd normally continue around to the right here to go to Red Marshall and Carlton, so I'm going to turn left and make my way out to Bishopton Mill and do the hill up to Whitton. The roads in the northeast of England are not in the best of conditions, often quite potholy, and that's one of the reasons I don't talk to camera much in this manner. Look at this bench here, Crew's Pew. Not much to see, just a hedge on the other side of the road. Does anybody else get worried with electric cars coming? I've just been passed by one in Bishopton itself and took me by surprise. I didn't hear it coming at all. No noise like an engine. That's only going to get worse as we change over to electric cars, unless somebody decides that we need to put some sort of sound into the vehicle. What about all those that are visually impaired? I think there's still a bit of thought needs to be put into electric cars and how safe they'll be on the roads for the other users of the road. What do you think? Maybe you could let me know in the comments. We're dropping down to Bishopton Mill, where there used to be a water mill here, fed by the stream at the bottom. No longer though, and you have this sharp left turn, blind against traffic, and then into the bottom of the climb up into Whitton. Not that long, but quite sharp to begin with. And that's it over with. Right turn takes us down through past Honeypot Wood, then the climb up to Red Marshall Crossroads. It's now through Carlton Village, but I think I'll stop at the book stop up here, which is much expanded, and see if there's any books on cycling. This time I have found a cycling book, so I'll slip that in the bag and read it. I've just left the village of Carlton and I've only got 8 kilometres left to get home. I've thoroughly enjoyed the ride today. That gravel bit up the Castle Eden walkway was brilliant. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's quite a while since I've been up there, at least 3 years. We could have gone up a little bit further to Station Town and taken another disused railway back down to Hartlepool, but maybe that's a vlog for another time. I'll end the vlog here. I hope you've enjoyed watching it, but before I go, let me just say thank you for watching, and for those who have found it interesting, if you've not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'll leave you with the climb up into Thorpe Thews. Until we meet again, enjoy your cycling and stay safe. I've enjoyed my ride today. Might only be about 55 kilometres. Just goes to show you don't have to do big distances to enjoy yourself.